Lima is where divinity was floored by the writing of a very, very funny lady who you're getting ready to see. Would you please welcome another very talented and award-winning writer, storyteller, and comedian from Indianapolis, Miss Janette Perez.
Happy to get out of my house. I'm really losing it. It has been such a rough week. My cat puked on my library book. That's disgusting. That means I have to go in the middle of the night, stick it in the night deposit box, and never return to the library again. And you might think that's cruel, but I'm pretty sure the cat is going to fit in the night deposit box. Oh my gosh, my cat's name is Steve, and he's a domestic long hair, and that hair gets everywhere. In my house, when you grab a towel, you don't know if you're about to dry off or paper mache. That is how bad it is. And one day I was like, you know what, we have got to do something. This is getting out of control. We need to find a cat groomer. And I went online, I could not find one anywhere. Dog groomers all over the place. Couldn't find a cat groomer. Finally, I found one. Just one cat groomer. We showed up, it was another cat. I don't know how he got those business cards printed, but they were adorable. It was awesome. We used to have two cats. We had Steve and we had Tony, but we had to put Tony to sleep because she was really old. And we rushed her to the vet, and they take her back to put her on oxygen. Well, I didn't know this, but apparently to put a cat on oxygen, you have to stick it in a clear box and pump the oxygen in. Which makes sense, or else you have a Schrodinger's malpractice situation. You know what I mean? But I am crying and upset. They take me back to see my cat, but they don't tell me my cat's in a clear box. I get back there, I think my cat is doing mine. So we killed the cat. But there were these strange positive things that came out of putting my poor cat to sleep. One, my mom doesn't ask me to go to the doctor with her anymore. She don't want me signing anything, okay? And I have found that any annoying person that comes to your door, trick-or-treaters, census takers, they will all leave if you open that door carrying your dead cat. But like I said, it's been a rough time for me. My doctor found out I have health insurance. In the last month, she started like a sleazy auto mechanic. She has sent me to have an upper GI, a colonoscopy, and a pap smear. Thank God I ran out of holes! That is the cleanest triple penetration joke you will ever hear. And the worst part about it, my insurance didn't cover any of it. I had 10 grand in debt. For that kind of money, you could at least give me a disease. All the doctor said was, Janette, you have a fatty liver. And I'm like, you have ugly shoes. When I was younger, I wanted to be a nun. I actually did. I was like 16 years old. I was filling out the paperwork and everything. And everybody was so cool about it. Like, Janette, you should totally be a nun. You're nice and black is your color. Yeah. And then I finally realized what they're really saying. Janette, no chance you're ever getting laid. You need to give up while you're ahead. And I did give up on being a nun, but not because of celibacy. It was because I found out that nuns cannot become the Pope. And I don't want to work for a company with a stained glass ceiling. I need opportunities for advancement. To be perfectly honest, I'm kind of a power-hungry bitch. Yeah. The cops had to talk me out of a roundabout. Just 2 hours going in circles. Yield to me! Couldn't handle power, just a little bit of power. Not cool. I take things too seriously in my life, way too seriously. My very first job was at my university. I showed up freshman year and they're like, we're going to put you in a research lab. Really? Yeah, we're going to have you doing cancer research. Oh my, I'm just a freshman. I could change lives. We're going to have you sterilizing glassware. I don't know what that means, but I'm really excited. I found out very quickly that sterilizing glassware is a euphemism for washing dishes. But I'm proud to say that I was the highest paid Mexican washing dishes in the city of Indianapolis that year. That is the power of a college education. Same crap job, different pay scale. All right. My boyfriend and I, we come from different sides of the tracks. Literally. Like, he grew up in this rich neighborhood 20 miles north of the tracks, and I grew up about 10 feet south of the tracks with only a muddy ditch separating my trailer from the oncoming trains. That kind of a difference, which is fine, but my boyfriend thinks he has street cred. And he's like, no, you don't understand. I didn't grow up in the part with the mansions. I grew up in the part of that neighborhood known as the servants' quarters. And I'm like, oh, really? Only a spoiled rich kid would call a 4-bedroom brick house with a skylight servants' quarters. You know what we call skylight in the trailer park? Tornado damage! And we've been having a rough time. We found out he has multiple sclerosis, and this is how we find out. He wakes up one day, blind in one eye, overnight. Boom, no vision. He's freaking out. I can't see him out. I can't see him out. What? He goes, I'm blind in my left eye. And I'm like, quit touching yourself! You're gonna lose the other eye. Didn't your grandmother teach you anything? And I gotta do a lot for him now. He can't drive anymore. It's like having a 350-pound hamster in the house. I gotta feed him, I gotta water him. It was hell getting that wheel up the stairs. And I'm really nervous because he's getting glasses soon, which means he's gonna be able to see things really well. Including me. And I haven't been completely honest with him. He thinks I'm a Filipino set of conjoined twins. I don't pick up the floor, I just spray paint things to match the carpet. I don't clean the bathroom, I slice lemons so it smells fresh. He thinks we got a cat named Steve, and it's really a kid from another relationship. The kid's like, Mommy, and I'm like, shut up your purrs, paying the rent. I'm Janette Perez. Thank you guys so much.